response of RC low pass circuit for step input. So first we know that the low pass circuit consists resistor in series and the capacitor in parallel. So this is resistor, this is capacitor. So here when we are applying some voltage Vi at the input, we are getting current I and voltage at the output V0. So from this circuit, V0 is nothing but the voltage across Vc. It is given by 1 by C integral I dt. So if you are differentiating on both sides, then we are getting dV0 by dt is equal to 1 by C into I. Therefore, I we are getting as C into dV0 by dt. Let it be, this is equation number 1. Now what is the expression for Vi? The expression for Vi is nothing but, this is getting from the KVL. Vi is equal to I into R, that is the drop across the resistor, plus the drop across the capacitor, that is the drop across the capacitor is nothing but output voltage. I am directly write it as a V0. Now substitute I value from 1. So what is I value? C into dV0 by dt into R plus V0. Vi is equal to 1. So this is the equation we are getting from 1. So the same expression can be rewritten as dividing the total expression with RC, then it becomes 1 by RC into Vi is equal to dV0 by dt plus 1 by RC into V0. Let it be, this is equation number 2. Now if you observe that this is a differential equation. Now we need to find the solution for this differential equation. So for that purpose, first we need to apply. So here we are finding the response for RC circuit for step input. So we need to apply the input as step. Okay, so we know that from the definition of step input, Vi is nothing but V for which cases? For t greater than or equal to 0. If you are substituting this input voltage as V, then what happen? 1 by RC into V is equal to dV0 by dt plus 1 by RC into V0. So this we are getting by applying input. Okay. Now let it be, this is equation number 3. The solution for differential equation, is V0 is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. What do you mean by complementary function? Complementary function is also called as transient response, or natural response. So generally for any circuit, the complementary function is in form of k into e power minus t by RC. Let it be, this is equation X. Okay, now move on to next one. So what is next one? Particular integral. So the particular integral of any output is depends on its input. That's why it is also called as forced response. When we are applying input, then we are getting this response. That's why it is also called as forced response, or it is also called as steady state response. Steady state response. Okay, now what do you mean by steady state response? So the response at the steady state, steady means when it becomes constant. So the response, that means output becomes constant, that we call it as a steady state response. So this is always constant. So a particular integral is always constant. That means its derivative is 0. So I am writing the equation 3. Equation 3, I write it as 1 by RC into V is equal to dV0 plus 1 by RC into V0. So here the D represents the derivative. So if I take V0 common, then it becomes D plus 1 by RC. So now substitute D equal to 0 such that we are getting the particular integral. Why we are substituting D as 0? So if Pi is constant, then its derivative is 0. Therefore I am substituting D is equal to 0. Then what happened? 1 by RC into V is nothing. We are getting as V0 into 1 by RC. So 1 by RC cancel. V0 is equal to V. Let us assume that this is expression Y. So we are getting complementary function. We are getting complementary function as k into e power minus t by RC, and particular integral as V0 is equal to V by I. Substitute V0 is equal to, now substitute V0 is equal to, from equation X, what is complementary function? K into e power minus t by RC, and what is particular integral from Y? V. Okay, now we are getting the solution for this differential equation. This differential equation we are getting the solution, but here k is a constant, so we need to find this value. So for finding k value, apply initial conditions. So what happened now? So V0, so initial conditions means at t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, what is the input? Vi value. So what is input at t equal to 0? Input rises to V. So input rises to V. But observe that in the circuit, the output voltage were measured across the capacitor. Even though the input is suddenly changes to V, the voltage across capacitor does not change suddenly. Therefore what happened? The voltage across the capacitor becomes 0. Vc is 0. If Vc is 0, then what about V0? V0 is also 0. Now substitute that value. So at t equal to 0, V0 is 0 is equal to k into e power minus t. T value is what? 0 by RC plus V. Therefore it becomes 0 is equal to k into e power 0 means 1 in plus V. So we are getting k value as minus V. So substitute this k value as minus V in equation 4. Substitute k is equal to minus V. Substitute k equal to minus V in equation 4. then what will be the expression? V naught is equal to minus V e power minus t by RC plus V. So this can be written as V naught is equal to V into, if you take V common, then we are getting V into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. So this is the expression for output voltage when the input is step input. So if you observe this equation, 1 minus e power minus t by RC. So e power minus t by RC represents the exponentially decaying 1 minus. So 1 minus exponential decaying nothing but exponentially rising function. So the output function is exponentially rising function. Okay, let's start the draw of output response. So for that purpose, here and consider the time independent variable on x-axis and voltage V on y-axis. So this graph I am drawn for the output voltage, that's why I mentioned V naught. If you need to mention V naught of t, that is good. So V naught is a function of t. Okay, now what is the expression we are getting? V naught is equal to V into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. So what is the maximum value when t is equal to infinite? E power infinite value is 0. The maximum value is V. So I am taking a maximum value here. Let us, what is that value? V. Okay. Now the first one, if I am substituting t equal to 0, then what happened? E power 0 value is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 into V, 0. So V naught value is 0. V naught value is 0 when t is equal to 0. If I am substituting t is equal to 1, we are getting some value. Okay, let us assume that. So I am taking this equation, I am rewritten as V naught is equal to V into 1 minus e power minus t by tau. What is tau here? The time constant of the RC circuit. So I replace RC with tau. Okay, so this is the new equation now. So we are write the same equation in terms of tau. Now I am substituting t is equal to 1 tau. T is equal to 1 tau. So at t is equal to 1 tau, then what happened? The equation becomes V naught is equal to V into 1 minus e power. So here we are substituting 1 tau. 1 tau divided by tau. Tau get cancelled. E power, sorry, here we have the minus sign. So e power minus 1. What is e power minus 1? 1 by e. What is the value of 1 by e? 1 divided by 2.73. That we are getting some value, but that value should be less than 1. Why? Because 1 divided by 2, generally 1 divided by 2.5, that gives the 0.4. Okay, so here we are getting 1 divided by 2.7, we are getting some value. Okay, so that value is subtracted from 1, so it is less than 1 only. It is less than 1 only. If I are multiplied with V, what we are getting? So we are getting 1 so I write it once again, this equation as 1 by 1 minus e. So if we are substituting e value as 2.73, then what we are getting? 1 divided by 2.73. Let's find that value. So 1 minus, the value is 0.3663. So if we are subtracting from 1, what we are getting? The same value we are subtracting from 1, then we are getting approximately this value as 0.6337 into V, that I am take it as 0.63 V. Approximately I am take it as 0.63 V. So now I take here. So here I am taking this graph, I am divided into some parts. So let it be, this is 0.5. So this is, I am take it as 0.63. Okay, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, only I am writing this one is for understanding purpose. Here we have some relation, that's why I am extending this. So let it be, this is t and this one is 1. So let us assume that, and here also I mentioned some points. This is, let it be 1 tau, and this is 2 tau, and this one is 3 tau, this one is 4 tau, and this one is 5 tau. Okay, so now at t equal to 1 tau, what is the value we are getting? What is the value? 0.63. So 1 tau I am getting 0.63. In same way, find out at t equal to 2 tau. 2 tau. So I directly give the value. What is at point t equal to 2 tau? 1 divided by 2.73 square. 2.73 whole square. 2.73 whole square. So at t equal to 2 tau, the V0 value we are getting as 0.870, sorry, 0.87 volts. At t equal to 3 tau, V0 we are getting as 0.95 volts, 0.95 V, sorry. Okay, at t equal to tau, what is the value we are getting? 0.87. Let it be, this is 0.87. T equal to tau, we are getting 0.87. At 3 tau, we are getting 0.95. At 3 tau, we are getting 0.95. Next, at t equal to 5 tau, we are getting 0.99 V. That means almost it is approximately equal to, 1 volt. Okay, so 1 V. So here it is not volts, it is V, 1 V. So it is approximately equal to V. So if you observe this waveform, so draw this waveform now. So here it exponentially increases and it will take almost 5 time constant to reach its maximum value. After that it is maintained at constant. So this is the response of low pass RC circuit for step input. So if you observe that clearly in circuit diagram, here we are measuring the voltage, output voltage across the capacitor. So we already know that the capacitor starts charging with time constant RC. So here the time constant I am mentioning it tau. Okay, with time constant tau, it's charging slowly. At some time what happened, it reaches to its maximum value. So the step input signal is 0 up to t equal to 0, and at t equal to 0 it rises to V and it maintains constant V at infinite time, up to infinite time. So the capacitor, once it charges, it is maintained the same constant voltage V. So this is the response. Now from the response, here we need to calculate the rise time, how much time it will take to rise from the initial value to final value. Ideally the rise time is nothing but 0 to V, but practically the rise time we are considered from 10% of final value to 90% of its final value. That means, so I define rise time here. Rise time, it is generally denoted as TR. Okay, the rise time is defined as the time duration. So let it be, this is V. The time duration to take the response from 10% of its final value. What is the 10% of final value? V divided by 10 into 100. What it gives? 0.1 volts. So 10% is nothing but 0.1 volt. And what is the 90%? Nothing but 0.9 volts. The time taken by the response to reach from 10% of its final value to 90% of its final value. Let us assume that the time taken to reach 10% as T1, the time taken to reach 90% as T2. Then what will be the rise time? The rise time is nothing but T2 minus T1. So this is the definition for rise time. The time taken from 10% of its final value to 90% of its final value. So 10% of final value is 0.1 volts, 90% of final value is 0.9 volts. We already know the expression for V0. What is the expression for V0? What is the expression for V0? Already we derived the expression for V0. What is this? V0 is equal to V into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. Okay, so let us derive the rise time. So first one, find out in 10% of final value, that is T1. So at T is equal to T1, what is V0 value? 10% of its final value, that is 0.1 V, is equal to V into 1 minus e power t in nothing but T1 divided by RC. Simplify this equation. So VV get cancelled here. 0.1 is equal to 1 minus e power minus T1 by RC. So this I write it as e power minus T1 by RC. I will take this one to left side and this one to right side. Then it becomes 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9. So this can be written as e power T1 by RC is equal to 1 divided by 0.9. The reciprocal of 0.9 inverse, then it becomes minus of minus plus. So what is 1 by 0.9? 1.11. So now apply natural logarithm on both sides, then it becomes T1 is equal to RC into ln of 1.11. So that value is nothing but T1 into T1 is equal to 0.1 RC. Let it be, this is equation 1. Okay, now in same way derive the expression at T equal to T2. At T equal to T2, what is final value? T equal to T2 means the 90% of its final value, that is 0.9 V, is equal to V into 1 minus e power minus T2 by RC. So what we are getting? VV get cancelled. So 0.9 is equal to 1 minus e power minus T2 by RC. So this is written as e power minus T2 by RC is equal to 1 minus 0.9. So T2 by e power T2 by RC is equal to 1 divided by 0.1. So what is 1 divided by 0.1? 10. So apply natural logarithm on both sides. So we are getting T2 is equal to RC into ln of 10. So what is ln value of 10? RC into 2.3. Let it be, this is equation 2. So now what will be the rise time? Rise time TR is equal to T2 minus T1, that is 2.3 RC minus 0.1 RC. So rise time we are getting as 2.2 RC. Very important expression. So in low pass circuits, if you are asking problems, the problem should be on rise time only. Okay, so here we derive the expression for rise time in terms of time constant of the circuit. Sometimes they are also asking rise time in terms of upper cutoff frequency. We already know that what is upper cutoff frequency? FH is nothing but 1 by 2 pi RC. So from this, what is RC value? RC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FH. Okay, but we are getting the expression for rise time as TR is equal to 2.2 RC. So instead of RC, I am substituting this value. So 2.2 into 1 by 2 pi FH. So 2.2 divided by 2 pi. So 2.2 divided by 2 pi value is 0.35 divided by FH. So this is the expression for rise time in terms of upper cutoff frequency. So this is the rise time in terms of time constant, and this is the rise time in terms of upper cutoff frequency. This is about the response of low pass RC circuit to a step input.